Hello everyone, I am Carlos Eduardo and I'm gonna talk about wearable technology. So, wearable technology is every device that you can wear to track your body, to get data from your body. So, it is means to get your temperature, to get your blood pressure. They are examples for of the data that your body produces. So I'm gonna talk about more specifically about microchip implants. So uh, the wearable technology can be used for non-medical prescription, as I said before, smart glasses, smart watch, fitness tracker, and a medical prescription for cochlear implants and pacing marker that you have to use. This one, it's up to you. You have to decide if you want to use or not. For microchip implants, I'm gonna talk in the non-medical way. So microchip, as you can see here, this one it is a passive. There are two types of microchip, and a passive and active. So passive, they don't send a signal, so it doesn't work as a GPS. And is a free battery as well, so there is no power. And it is a radio frequency identification, RFID. So the power comes from the reader. You have to have a reader to read what has inside the microchip. So because this they don't send a signal, so you have to have a reader to read this one. And I'm gonna talk about microchip humans implants in the market, and I'm gonna explain about the competitive advantages that comes from the microchip implants. I took, for example, a Beacon Hospital. Beacon Hospital works with athletes with higher performance. Athletes with higher performance, they need to know what exactly is happening inside their bodies. They need to know in the exactly moment they has more power to run or to do anything that for any game as rugby or football. So, Beacon Hospital, it is here in Dublin, more specifically in UCD, and they make this analysis of the athletes, and at the end they send a kind of recommendation what they need to know, what they need to do to improve their capacity and to make more stronger and everything else. So here, uh, I'm gonna use the five parts first to talk about this business. Just to be clear, they are not using the microchip, but in my opinion, I think if they start to use it, they're gonna have a competitive advantages. So here in Dublin. So three top new interests. For me, it is a moderate force because the new interests they need to adequate to the technology they have, and they need to know how to use the data and how to process this data. It is not only collecting data, collecting data, but you need to know how to process them. And it takes some time to prove the analysis is correct and safe. So it needs years of experience. And Beacon works a years ago. So and they knows what how to do the best job. So the new interests they need to have a good demand to have a cheaper product cost. In here, it is a bargaining power of buyers. For me, it is a strong force. Why? Because I think it's a personal decision, and the athletes they need to decide if they want the advantage they can have of the microchip implants. So for me, it's a strong force. Here, bargaining power of suppliers, I consider it higher because there are just a few companies producing this chip. Actually, in Sweden, there are only two companies that are producing and selling them. So there are just few. Three top subtitle products for me is weak because there are many substitutes for chips, for microchips. It is a personal decision. So, but now I think they gonna be more famous. So many of athletes they gonna want chips to measure the their performance. So here is just an example that how it works, like electrical, chemical, optical. So just taking data from your body. So existing industry rivalry. So nowadays there are a few codes having microchip implants, using microchip implants. So, but as it's become more popular, many others companies gonna be interested to get them. Here it is just this one is just a graphics about how it works. Like here you can see like low and performance and hypothetical training load. Then you can see like how it works inside the bodies, and you can give the best recommendation, what they need to know, what they need to do in the exact moment, what they need to eat, and everything. So as the chip is inside you, I think that the data is more precisely precisely, so you can have a best of pure data advantages. So I think for me, uh, so chips are cheaper, long time life, and cannot be lost, and can prevent disease. So here, that is the unique of the chips, because they can analyze you day by day. They can track your body day by day. So in the end of the month, you have a statistics about your health. So the doctors they can see if you're gonna have any illness in a month, or with this data, with processing this data, you can know, you can prevent some disease or illness. The impact in society. So the impact of microchip human implants in society has a dark and a light side. So because it's new, like a kind of new, and there are many fears about this, or there are many people that thinks they're gonna be enslaved, or everyone gonna know where is everyone. So yeah, I think that is a dark and a light side. So government regulations, they need to prove that the ship is safe, and there are many problems with security and privacy as well with many technology that we have now. So I think this is a kind of probably we need to talk more about. So I've done a SWOT analysis here as well. So the strength is a social networking, personal security, in healthcare. I think there are strengths. So weakness, the technologies need to prove how it's gonna work for crowded place, and the technology chip, like uh, there is a specific capacity as well, so need to treat about that. And there is a efficient opportunities you can use for everything that you want, the historic data, and society's fees prove that the treat that you have to talk more about. So thank you so much, guys.